Design and Technology, Unit 2, Module 1, Factors that Influence Creativity and Innovation in Design. Objectives. At the end of this presentation, students should be able to 1. Differentiate among the terms creativity, innovation, creative thinking, and idea generation, and discuss factors that influence creativity and innovation. Let's look at creativity. This is defined as the capability or act of conceiving something original or unusual, or the ability to develop something original, particularly an idea or a representation of an idea. Innovation. Innovation is defined as the implementation or creation of something new that has recognized value to others, or in the entrepreneurial context, innovation is defined as any new idea, process, or product, or a change to an existing product or process that adds value to that existing product or service. Innovation is realized most vividly in the form of a tool, physical benefit, or aid that solves a problem or creates an advantage. Let's look at creative thinking. This can be defined as using technical abilities and soft skills to create or generate new solutions to problems. Creative thinking skills, on the other hand, are techniques used to look at the issue from different and creative angles, using the right tools to assess it, and developing a plan in response. Let's look at idea generation. Idea generation is defined as a creative process or procedure that a company uses in order to figure out solutions to any number of difficult challenges. The idea can be tangible, which means something you can touch or see, or intangible, something symbolic or cultural. Idea generation involves, first of all, coming up with many ideas in a group discussion. These usually take the form of brainstorming. This would follow up with selecting the best idea or set of ideas from the brainstorming session, then working to create a plan to implement the idea, and actually taking that idea and putting it into practice, or creating a product or prototype as a result. Now, there are factors that influence creativity. Factors influencing creativity include motivation, personality trait, collaboration and idea sharing, and autonomy. Let's look at motivation. Motivation can be described as a force that can either be intrinsic, coming from within, or extrinsic, coming from outside, which energizes, directs, and sustains human behavior. Intrinsic motivation in particular can be regarded as a stimulus that propels creativity in designers. When designers are motivated intrinsically, it strengthens their resolve to generate creative thoughts, which can then be expressed as several ideations. They tend to act without the promise of an incentive and usually express themselves more creatively. Personality trait. Personality trait helps a creative designer to genuinely value intellectual and cognitive matters, value their own independence and autonomy, express their ideas well, enjoy aesthetic impressions, or be aesthetically reactive. It also helps a creative designer to be productive or gets the job done. It opens that individual to have a wide range of interests. and it appears straightforward, forthright, and candid in their dealings with others. So, in other words, the personality trait of a designer is usually straightforward, forthright, and they tend to be very candid in their dealings with others. And they also behave in an ethically consistent manner. Now let's look at autonomy. Autonomy as a creative factor allows a designer to develop and express their thoughts intuitively. This gives the designer the ability to work more independently in exploring various ideations and provides the latitude needed to unearth their creative abilities. Collaboration and idea sharing. Collaboration allows designers to exchange ideas as they work to find a solution for a problem or project. By working together towards a shared goal, designers can look at different perspectives for a solution. In terms of idea sharing, this provides the opportunity for designers to explain their ideas or design thoughts and expand their thinking in new ways. Now let's look at factors influencing innovation. The factors that influence innovation include accessibility, availability, ethical and legal considerations, and marketing. Accessibility. Accessibility influences innovation when an entrepreneur is able to make the process easier to access a product or service that is affordable but limited to a larger market. This approach is called disruptive innovation because of the process used to give more people access to a product or service. Now, an entrepreneur also benefits in that he or she is able to gain shares into an otherwise difficult market to enter normally. Availability. Availability influences innovation when an entrepreneur is able to make a product or service available to a larger market or population of users than before. Ethical and legal considerations. Ethical considerations influences innovation in that when an entrepreneur follows ethical standards for his business, he or she is able to attract and sustain customers, capital, and even talented staff support. Now, in terms of legal considerations, customers feel comfortable to do a business with an entrepreneur when sure that they conduct their business using the prescribed legal framework. This safeguards against possible legal complications, which are often encountered when there are malpractices or misrepresentation of the goods and services being offered. Now let's look at marketing. Marketing influences innovation when a designer or entrepreneur creates a modified version of an existing product that is on the market that failed to perform to the satisfaction of its users. This approach to innovation requires an entrepreneur to first of all look for failing products on the market and seek to eliminate this problem with improved products. This can allow for an increase in the market share. For example, online shopping is a marketing innovation that solves a previous problem where a consumer was only able to access a store by calling or by paying a personal visit to conduct their business. This form of innovation saves time in that it is possible for a consumer to know in advance if items are available or not, so that alternate plans can be made. This ends this presentation. These are my references. Thank you.